2. Woo! What's up?
Welcome to the show.
How is everybody doing today? Welcome to Monday, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, we're back. We're back from the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
The rainforest that it is. It only rained one day.
Over
there? Yeah, it was like Friday. Yeah, it rained Friday before the game. Remember Friday morning it was raining? I had to run inside. Yeah, it was raining all day until the nighttime and it stopped. So
yeah.
Either way, dude, you were there.
It didn't affect my plans. So
it
that
didn't
was
affect your plans at all. Frozen
What's
house.
up, Jason?
Oh, you know what? Do we have? Grab this. I'm gonna.
You gotta remove.
I know. I will. Hold on. I want to find something here real quick. Bear with me, guys.
Okay.
Continue to talk. Give
All
shout
right.
outs.
What's up, Ismail? Paul. Hello from.
You're doing,
Kinker.
you're doing really well.
What's up,
with
Paul? Hey,
that.
I'm trying to just everything goes quick.
It's okay, man. We got a mouse. All right. What is this? I'm gonna unplug you for a second.
Disconnect that one. Yeah, that's what I was.
I'm gonna plug.
What's up, Marty?
Marty
Canadian
Dean.
Marty. No.
Oh, the other Marty?
Yeah.
What's up, Canadian Marty? See, you
Two
threw me
can,
off.
it's two Marty.
There's two Martys. We got Canadian Marty. All right, let me go.
What's up, Bobby?
To this shot right here.
There you go.
There you go. Look at that.
Sorry for my eyes, guys. But
oh, dude, we were staring right into the sun.
Yes.
I mean, how silly are we?
I got my blue eyes and it's like,
Okay, so I think this was the best shot Matthew took. We're just going to go with that one. So we got Fro right there. Fro made the trip up to see us, so that was pretty cool.
That was really cool.
It was cool. Stereo Kings representing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was actually one of the high points for sure, was having him stop by and actually, it was weird because I feel like, we've seen each other enough through this that it was like, oh, it's just Fro.
Yeah.
You know,
hey,
but we've
Marty
actually,
Dean now.
Oh, there's Marty. We've never actually met face to face, but I feel like we had. So it was just kind of weird.
It's been
for
crazy,
sure.
right?
It's funny. It's not really time off because technically we still have a job to do. We just have a different job than what would be required for us to do in the Bay. Don't get me wrong. Going to a baseball game and a football game is not technically work, but we still had plenty of stuff that was constantly there, like, you got to get this done. So the two live shows that we did were very important.
Yeah.
The training we did, if you guys didn't get to check the training out, Demystifying the Black Box, a modern look at today's DSP, that was a lot of fun, especially if you have any questions about how audio control software works. That was kind of thrown in there as a bonus. But just talking to people about the DSP was really kind of a lot of fun.
Yeah, Detroit's in the house.
Every radio has problems getting dust inside of it. It's a car. It's going to get dust. Not specifically a Kenwood, no. But, yes, radios get dust behind the screen.
Oh, also the Kenwood, the DMX 907S. It's a good radio.
That's a really nice radio.
And if you have the chance to get it,
yes.
just get it. Don't think about it because it's no radio.
If you're worried about price right now, man, you're in the wrong thing. Because right now, just finding a radio, let alone how much it costs.
People are going to bite you for that radio.
Yeah, so that's definitely no doubt.
Yeah.
As always, when we come on Monday, we have the install of the week on the 12-volt Clean Wire Club, and this week is no exception. Fernando, while on the airplane, scurrying through photos before we took off, one of many times, we came up with the install of the week. So what do we have here, Fernando?
We have Mr. John right there. Very nice, clean install.
Is this in a boat?
It
Or it looks like it's either
seems like, man.
or an old car. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's a motorhome. Looks like a motorhome. It probably, it's got to be something along those lines.
It's something special, but...
It's got air conditioning vents all over the place.
Yeah.
It looks really nice. There's no doubt about it. I like how they used the bus bars. Matching fuse holders is really cool.
And he create his, like...
The amp rack to perfectly fit.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, nice and clean, nice, well routed. I'm sure if anyone ever has to service this, they're going to be really happy that he didn't just
Right.
You know, do a mosh job. So congratulations.
John,
good job, John.
Yep.
Very nice. Very nice.
Hey, what's up, Bill?
Well, Bill, how are you?
Bill Freeman.
So we don't have a fundamentals today. However, we do have a special thing that we do want to open. So 20 minutes in, we're going to take a look at a classic piece of audio control history that they decided to give us, which was incredible. So that we'll take a look at that. We're gonna do a full video on it, but we kind of want to just like open it up and show you guys some of the stuff. We have what is going to represent three lines, three historic moments for this piece of product, which is the epicenter. So just we'll take a look at that. In Chicago? I don't know anybody in Chicago.
I know that these guys at Chicago, that they do good work. Showtime.
Oh, Showtime Audio?
Showtime Audio.
Yeah, you can find them on Instagram. Just look up Showtime Audio. Yeah. Okay, those guys are there?
Jerry.
That's
the owner.
Yeah,
Jerry.
I remember Jerry.
Just tell him, hey,
Fernando
and Dean from 5 Star told me to come over here.
What do you guys think of the Alpine X-Type subwoofers? I gotta be honest with you, we've never really done a lot with the Alpine Type X subwoofers.
We did one.
But I'm saying
we did a few, but not like...
Yeah, it's never... Not that there's anything wrong with the woofer. It's just never been one of the go-to woofers, for sure.
I mean, Sean
Matthew was running that in his car. He was actually running a Alpine X-Type.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he really loves it. So that's Matthew Palumbo from Audio Control. That's actually what he's running in his car. He's like, I love it. Have you guys worked on a 2021 Limited with Harman Kardon system? If so, what
kind of car, Harman Kardon?
That's not a truck. It's not even a car. What car?
Yeah, right.
Jacob, man, you got to give us more information. 2021 Limited. Limited to what vehicle?
2021 Limited.
I mean, with the Harman Kardon, I'm assuming it's a Dodge.
It's a Dodge. Yeah.
And if so, you just put
Challenger. Oh, Ram.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
We have not worked on that car. Actually, we were supposed to work on one before we went. We've worked on a 2020 version of that. Either way.
We going to?
Regardless of that, the Amp Pro CH41 still works on that vehicle. So if you'd like to upgrade it, if it's got the cool 12-inch screen in the dash, you just want to go ahead and bypass and put new amplifiers and stuff in it, it's an easy enough car to do that on. You buy the Amp Pro, and then make sure you get the ANC bypass harness, like a CH-ANC. It'll be listed in the parts description if you go to pack-audio.com. You can also do if you want, you can also do an iData, a DSR1. So that's also compatible through the iData. So you're going to need like a CH2 or 3. I don't know. Anyways, it'll tell you if you go to idatalink.com. And there again, either one of those solutions will allow you to upgrade and go crazy in that car.
Is the Kicker key lock a good solution to add a subwoofer in a 2019 Silverado? Numbers.
Yes. Kicker key lock is a great idea to add a subwoofer to anything. However, depending on the size of the amplifier you're going to run, remember that you could just do the Key 501. It's going to have that technology built into that to auto fix the low end frequency side of things, fix the bass roll off, DEQ the system. So 500 watts is cool. Go with the key lock or go with the Key 501, 500.1. However, if you're going to do like, I'm putting a 3K in this bitch and I got a Gately box and I'm going crazy, then yes, a key lock is an awesome solution for that problem. I would not have a problem doing that. All right, what else you got?
Mine just froze, but I don't.
Yours just froze? Well, then just look up there. Hi, Robert. How are you?
Hey.
Let's see. All right.
There you go.
Yep.
Somebody asked about the wire roller. I have a 18Q50. Have you ever installed a Tesla radio? No.
The easiest answer to that is no. In any vehicle ever, none.
None. No, we never have.
It's something we don't do. If you have a Tesla radio, and I recommend, not that there's anything wrong with them, but if you're going to get a Tesla radio, learn how to install it yourself. It's a practice you'll want to know. mainly because for one, it's going to take forever. They're going to charge you by the hour, and two, you're going to know how to take it out so you can send it back if it doesn't work properly.
And that's one of those things that right there. Make sure that you have tech support for that kind of thing, because
most of these don't have any tech support whatsoever.
Yeah.
So you get them in there and you're like, hey, it doesn't do this or it doesn't do that or it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
So for us, it's just not worth the headache. We don't sell them. We're not going to install them. They all suck. And that's Marty's opinion on that. Not that I don't agree with it.
I agree with Marty.
I'm just reading what Marty has said. Not that he knows anything about car audio because he used to own a shop until like, I don't know, maybe a minute ago. Dean, got your Disney Dream Key, went last Saturday going this. Oh, nice. I'm not paying for fast
like
passes.
A cell phone to done update and it will suck. Exactly. That's exactly right.
There you go. Just tell us what it's all about.
What would you recommend for a Q50? Honestly, I would keep the factory radio. I don't know what year is your factory. I think you say it's an 18. I would keep my factory radio and just add, amplifiers, speakers, DSP, and all the whole 9 yards.
I guess it just really depends on
what you want, actually.
All right, hold on. Any reason to be unhappy with the 6902Cs and a set of KFC 183 powered by a DM608, a T, a Rockford 402, and a P 502, and a 2021 Blazer? I mean, if it's a base model Blazer that doesn't have like any of the amplified system, no, you should be fine with that. I don't see any reason why those won't work. If it's anything other than, like if it's Bose or anything that has an amplifier or anything like that, then obviously that's not going to be enough channels. The basic Bose system is going to have more channels than that. You're not doing any summing in that vehicle. You just want to do channel for channel. But if it's the basic GM system that just has a 4-channel radio, then yeah, that system will work fine in there. If it is basic Bose, though, don't try to sum it. Buy an amplifier that has more channels, or buy another amplifier.
Yeah.
Love the review on the Bass Pro Hub. Any plans to review the newer Bass Donut Passive? Bill Freeman, that would be they're asking you, were you ever going to get one of those new non-powered Bass Donuts? I know Ada just put 4 of them in the back of a car. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can find a picture of that over on their their Instagram page. Is absoluteelectronics.com.
Maryland.
Of Maryland. Rockville, Maryland. You can find all that there. He did 4 of those, and it was pretty neat. I have one I'll bring over to you. Well, there you go. Answers that question.
There you go.
We'll add it to the list of things, and we'll get it into the car.
Let's go into the back. Back of
Dean,
the
you should get an Epicenter already got. Right, Dean, should I get an Epicenter? I already got a DMA10. Yes, you should. Epicenter. We'll just fast forward because as much as I'd like to wait until 20 minutes in to talk about this cool box right here, I want to talk about it right now because I can do that.
Sounds good.
Let me. So what we have here, hold on, let me shut this off so that we can have a full screen. Let me go full screen. All right. What we have here, there's a gentleman that works at Audio Control by the name of Chris Kane. Chris Kane has been there since the dawn of time. He used to have Chris Bennett's job, and now he's in charge of home. One of the things that Audio Control used to do, which we just found out, is they used to have like a party. Every time they come out with a new product, like the first 5 units would go to employees. So someone would get number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and they would just have, and they would keep those. So Chris Kane got a lot of these products. Apparently he's got quite the museum in his garage. One of those products just so happened to be this particular Epicenter right here. Now in this particular box, there's a lot of Epicenters because this had to travel with me through TSA, which of course did this to it. And so we needed to be able to, we're going to open this up and we're going to show you a lot of cool Epicenter stuff before we get to the actual. But this has been sitting in his garage. This is number 3. So in this particular version of the Epicenter, this is the 3rd one that rolled off the assembly line. We're going to do an unboxing because everything on here is just something that is neat to talk about and what they did. But let's open it up here and we'll switch over here to the Fernando cam.
Camera though.
Yep. Oh, nope, we're not. Is it on?
It is on.
Is that on?
Yeah.
No, is this on?
It is on.
Is the camera on? Unplug it. Make sure we're in. Make sure we're in the right one. Is that in the right one?
No, you put it in the one, it's out, man.
Okay. You sure? I thought that was HDMI in. I thought this goes into there. All right, hold on. Okay. Yep, no, that's not it.
Okay.
No, that is the right one. Put it back, try again, maybe. All right, hang on. Let me do that. There we go. Yeah, you're good. All right, so just need to be reset.
All right.
So inside this box right now is a ton of stuff. First off is a prototype Epicenter Micro. This is what we're going to be putting this in Fernando's car. This is going to be out in, according to them, 45 days. Fernando got to interview, which we'll be putting up, the guy in charge, or the young guy in charge of a lot of the work that went into this. So that'll be fun. And there's the napkin I used to protect it. Underneath this is the new Epicenter Special Edition that is going to be coming out.
Hang on.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, well no, that was actually right there, because, hold on, don't move. You stay still and I'll roll it. So as you can see.
Right there.
Yep. Anyways, so this one is 000. There's no model number on this one. This is 100% prototype. This is not made for consumer use at all. This was a mock-up. This doesn't, it is a functioning unit, but not the functioning unit that you would get.
Yeah, you want.
Well, you'd want it. Definitely you would want it, but it'll still work. It'll still do what it needs to, but this isn't.
But it has the 5,000, so that's why.
This is 000 because this is what they were using to test the product before it came out. So this is going in a frame. We also have the prototype ACR bass knob. So this is for the Epicenter Micro. But this is not the bass knob you'll be getting in the box. As you can see, there's no LED here. The knob is incorrect. Back up just a little bit. But it works, and that's all we needed because they want us to just test that. Now this is the owner's manual. So that's the future. That's future. This stuff you'll all see within the next 45 days. This nice piece is what comes in the box for this. So we have the sticker, so you can kind of see what kind of. No, you're good. Yep. So a sticker here. This is the piece that fell off the side of the box right here, so I'll reattach that. But you have a nice yellowed owner's manual. It's been probably had some silverfish action on it. You have the silver, for those of you guys that are old school, you have your silver bass knob or cable, which actually the bass knob isn't even in here. So that's kind of cool. So no big deal there. And then this, I like this. So this was the product accessories that you could get. So you could get this cool jacket. Who doesn't want a spike jacket? Like, wouldn't that be neat? And it's funny because this girl that's in the pictures, they work there. So these were like employees, and you would fill it out and mail it in. Yeah, I know, right? Could you imagine doing that? And that's the jacket. Hey, I got one of those. You got this one here with the RTA on the back. That's pretty cool. And then inside is Epicenter number 3 in this particular run. So digital bass restoration, and then they put the patent number on the front here. But it has never been pulled out of this, so we're gonna actually pull it out. We'll put it in a video, we'll talk about it and all that other fun stuff. But this is a pretty cool little piece of history that we now have. I plan on, what I was thinking about doing is taking this and the Epicenter, the other Epicenter, and putting them in a big frame. I thought that would be really cool. So that's that, and that's part of the
number 3.
Number 3 right there. So thank you, Chris Kane, and we'll learn more about this as time goes on. But this is what you guys are saving for if you want to get a limited edition Epicenter. This is the one. There you go. Do y'all even use jacks in Florida? Yeah, about 10 days out of the year, I think. I mean, I have enough jackets. I have like tons of jackets. It's kind of weird. But I did use one this weekend. So, pretty cool. So anyways, that's what we got. I have 2 of those white ones. Well, there you go. But do you have number 3? All right, back to that. I use the universal pack knob, and I am using the amp high level button. It has wires, not RCAs, for the high level. Do I just use the X12 line from the output of bass knob to amp? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't remember. I mean, because there's two bass knobs. There's one that has RCA ins, RCA outs, which is just the basic, and then they have the LP7 2 volume knob, or bass knob with a volume knob. If it's the regular one, it's just RCA in, RCA out. That's the only one I'm familiar with. Not number 3, but I have an ESP2. Well, there you go. Marketing Gamebook does the limited edition, do more, or something different. It costs the same amount of money. Okay, so here's this. It's not costing any more money to buy it. So there's 5,000 of them. It's the exact same piece as the previous. They're not charging extra for it.
Really?
It has blue LEDs as opposed to yellow LEDs, and the circuit board that you'll never see is black, and they've done some artwork to it. But no, it's not that. Yeah, it's 100% marketing, but it's, do you want one of these 5,000 limited edition Epicenters? Because it's a celebration of the fact that they've sold 1 million of these things. I mean, why not? I mean, if you're going to get one, you know, whatever. It's up to you. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I have a 2012 Crew F-150. I have the 1000 P1005, and the power is on the driver's side. I was only able to get 14-foot power kit from Stinger. Can I make the run going to the driver's side? Typically we use 20 feet for that, but it's a 2012. You might be okay. So you might also be 2 feet short. Especially if you're going to go with the amp on the back wall. But 19 feet at a minimum, I think we've gotten away with. But there's a chance. There's a chance. Keep that wire close to the closer you keep it to the corner. Like, I wouldn't be doing any strange, you know, I would put the amp all the way over so that the power connector is close to that corner, so you can make that turn as you can possibly do.
When using the DSR-1, where should levels in the DSR-1 be set when setting the amplifier gain with the DD1?
So it has okay, so I think you're confusing levels with gain on the DD1. It has a volume control for all channels, and then it has a input selection when you go to set the DD1, I'm sorry, when you go to set the DSR-1 up. It has, when you're doing your setup page, it has like all the way from 0.03 down to 5 volts. And then when you're in the advanced setting, you have channel level control, which is volume, not necessarily gain. The default on that is going to be 0 because it's made to go up or down depending on what you're trying to achieve. It's not to be used as a gain control. The only time we use that is for cut. We do not ever use that for boost. So if we were setting up a system, that would be left at 0, and you would set it up from there. Keep in mind, if you set your system up for negative 5 dBs of gain overlap, that's a 5 dB boost. All right, 5 dB boost. Now, if you're setting up your EQ and you decide you need to go up on the EQ, well, add that dB onto the 5 that you already have. So if you go 3 dB up, that's an 8 dB boost on that frequency. Just something to keep in mind when you're doing that. I know a lot of people don't really understand the negative 5 dB, the negative 10 dB thing. That's a gain increase. All right, we have if you'd like to see more information on that, we do have, if you go to Dean and Fernando's Car Stereo Clips, we do have a whole thing on that in the fundamental section.
On the 2019 Accord, if I use the Morel Nano components in the front, do I need to cut the opening on the tweeter and the bracket a little?
Which car?
In the 2019 Accord. No, for the
No.
speaker and the bracket, you don't have to cut nothing.
No.
Make sure you grab your brackets.
Wait a minute. What Accord is it? Is 20 what
2019.
year? Oh no, that's not going to fit. You're going to have to cut it. 2019 Accord is the new Accord, not the old Accord. That has to be cut. That's the two-piece one where you got to take it apart. You got it's plastic welded together, and I have to take them apart, put them back together. You're thinking of the Accord we just did. That's the old body style.
Okay.
The one that just has the cool silver tweeter in it, he's talking about the one that has the actual mesh grill, where the tweeter is mounted behind the mesh grill. So there's two Accords. Mm-hmm. The old body style, you saw the big silver tweeter up in the grill, like we just did before we left. The new body style, which we also did before we left, has the mesh grill on the corner, and it's the two-piece one where it's heat bonded together, and you got to pull the heat bond apart, and then it'll unsnap, and then you have to make the tweeter fit into that stupid little bracket and attach it all back together. That one is a lot more difficult.
But that's only on the tweeter side, because in the door you don't have to cut nothing.
No. Yeah, just Twitter. All right, Jeff Smith is answering a question for somebody. The guy was asking if you can use the LC1 with high-level input signal by using the Stinger. Okay. I don't recommend it because the LC1 is only rated for 8 volts. Thank you, Jeff. You understood what he was talking about. You were right. The LP7 2-R is just the best. Is the best solution for the pack currently. Wink, wink. All right, so Abraham, what you were asking, Jeff just answered there. So the answer to that question, he understood it better than I did, which makes sense, is no, but do that. So you're still going to need a high-level to low-level adapter because it's not high-level. Okay, Dean, what order do you hook up the DM810 to the epicenter to the amplifier? We do have a video on that, but in the regular 5-Star Car Stereo page, it goes radio, DM810, turn off the crossover in the DM810 for the subwoofer, no crossover, or no crossover, just so straight signal for subwoofer out, into the epicenter, out of the epicenter, into the amplifier, turn the crossover for the amplifier on. So that's how it goes.
Dean, can I use a 1/2" PVC for hatch, trunk, and rack? I don't have something to cut ABS properly. Yeah,
I don't see why not. PVC for a hatch, trunk, and rack. Yeah, I mean, like when you see those ones that we put in the spare tire well, those are always made out of 1/2". The one thing I can say is that if you're doing something like that, don't expect 1/2" PVC to stay flat if it's not like PVC needs to lay on something, because it's going to take the form of whatever it's laying on. So if you are putting in like a spare tire well, make sure you put legs on it to hold it up and so it doesn't heat and warp. If you're just putting it on like a back area in a car on a side panel, you don't have to worry about it. But it will, it gets hot, and when it gets hot, it wants to do strange things. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to like suspend it on something or hang it or anything like that. If it's just going to lay flat, you're fine. Ooh. Ranch or 1,000 Islands?
I don't know. That would be a ranch.
Ranch?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite salad dressing? I mean, I'm more of a balsamic vinaigrette kind of guy, but...
Okay.
Do you have a favorite salad dressing?
I mean, thought we were talking about different things.
No, we're talking about...
Ranch.
Do you like ranch or 1,000 Islands? Okay. It's salad dressing.
Oh, okay.
Which one do you like?
I mean, I don't like dressings, but
well, you eat Caesar salad, so it comes with Caesar dressing.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
It's not like this isn't tough, man.
It is really tough because I don't like dressings.
You do like dressings. You put Cholula all over everything. That's technically a dressing.
That's not a dressing.
It's a dressing. It's in the condiment section. It's all dressing, man.
Okay, for you it's a dressing. For me, it's not a dressing.
It's like it literally goes Cholula.
It's not even Cholula, it's Cholula.
Cholula.
There you
Whatever. Go. It's all in the same, or Valentina. It's all in the same section of the grocery store.
No, it's not.
They're both gross. Yeah, that too. Will kicker Q10 sound good pushed by a key 500? I mean, yes, technically it's going to sound good pushed by pretty much anything. It's how loud will it be, I think, is the question you're asking. Because remember, just because you put, if you have a 2,000 watt subwoofer and you put 500 watts to it, it's the same as if you had a 2,000 watt subwoofer and a 2,000 watt amplifier and you kept the volume down the whole time. It's going to sound just like that. Is it going to be loud enough for you? I don't know. But is it going to sound good while it's playing at the volume, the maximum volume it can play at before it distorts? It's going to sound fabulous. That's it.
Any idea how to fix a subwoofer box that rattles without putting a screw into the box?
Yeah, take a ton of, liquid nail and just caulk the crap out of it, let it dry until it's dry, and move on. You could also try putting wood glue in it. However, if it just glues the seam, it's probably not going to be enough. What you may want to do is mix some wood glue with water, make it a little thinner, and hope that it'll work its way through that. But you're definitely just going to need some form of adhesive to hold it back together.
Oh, like Odyssey.
Make a new box.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for that too.
Dressing fundamentals.
Yeah, it's all good. Really enjoy the latest Amprac video. Your SI good. Don't need to. You don't need the wire ruler. Great job. You always need the wire ruler. That's what it's about. You're joking, right? What is the best 6.5 for bass? A 6.5-inch subwoofer. Easy enough. There you go. Won't fit in your door, but hey, put it in a box. It'll sound wonderful.
If you need to make a wood amp rack that needs to bend, how would you do that?
ABS is too expensive. I would kerf the wood, where you put slices in the wood. Okay, so there's a couple different things you do. If you need an amp rack that bends, you can check out bendable birch, or you could just try kerfing the wood, where you sit there and you cut the little 1/2 inch or 3/4, or I'm sorry, not 3/4, 1/2 inch or 3/8 strips on the table saw. And if you don't have a table saw, then buy 1/4 inch wood. Sometimes you can take laminate and you can put it outside, and just like ABS and stuff, it'll heat up and the glues inside of it will become more pliable, and it will bend, and you can staple it into place. So there's all kinds of different things you can do there. But yeah, wood, sawdust. A possible video idea: setting gains on a DSR1 and audio control DSP amp. Like I said, I've never had any problem setting that's never even been a thing. At 2016 Tahoe, what do you suggest for a new front and rear speaker? Have a Key 200 and a Key 500 already. Changing all door speakers to 6.5s with components in front, coaxials in rear. So in Haley's car, we did that same exact system, and we used the KS 6.5 components up front, KS coaxials in the rear. Worked fabulously. We ended up taking them out at some point, and we put the KS 6.5s in the rear back onto the radio, and we went full active using the 200 to power the KS tweeter and the KS mid-range. That sounded great. That sounded even better because we had a louder front stage. I liked doing that more so than just having it power all 4 speakers. Depends on what kind of volume you listen to it at. We were going for how loud could we possibly make this thing. Another speaker to look at that we've been doing a lot with lately is the Merle Maximus 602 Mark IIs. It's a 6.5-inch component set. Super easy to install as far as it doesn't have big passive crossovers or anything like that. And then you look at the Maximo 6.5. I believe it's an Integra. If not, it's just a coaxial for the rear. Those would work too. Morning, gentlemen. Oh, what's up? AVDC in the house. Hey. From Australia.
Yeah.
He's living in a land down under. Could you put a DSP inside a head unit? Would that make sense? Sorry, I'm new to this stuff. No, you're 100% correct. Could you? Yes. Will they? I don't know. Are there? Yes, there are. Are there in the United States? Nah, not really. The closest we're going to see to like a DSP fully functional in a head unit, in the sense that we're going to have individual level controls, it's going to be Sony. Sony's going to have their new flagship ES series coming out sometime in November. And what really makes it special is it's a 6-channel radio with 6 channels of control. So it's given us control for all the channels, which is really nice. So now we're getting equalization all across the board, not just front, rear, sub. with no control at all for any of them. So is it possible? Yeah, there's actually some radios in Japan right now from other brands other than the big three here that we have in the US that have 8 channels, and they have DSP, and they have all the fun things that we want inside of our radios. How do they sound? We don't know. But you got to figure if they can make a DSR in a box that's this big, then we could probably take something that's a full chassis radio and slap a DSP in it. The problem that we run into and why we don't see that yet here in the United States is because people aren't really hip to the DSP game. A lot of you guys are, because we've been, get a DSP, people. But the bigger picture is most people don't really understand DSP. So the expense it would take to put it in a radio, now we're talking, let's say you take a base model CarPlay wireless radio, that's $1,000. Wireless CarPlay, not wired CarPlay. So you look at like a Kenwood Exelon 1057 or a 10007 or the new Sony, and you're looking at $1,000. If you add a decent DSP to it, you're talking about adding another $300 to $500. Now we have a $1,500 radio. How many of you guys want to spend $1,500 on a radio? Now keep in mind, we all know that you'll spend like $300 to $500 on a nice source unit, and you'll spend that same $300 to $500 on a DSP. But are you willing to spend $1,500 on a DSP radio that has 8 preamps of output, parametric EQ, or a 31 band EQ for all 8 channels? That's the questions we get asked by manufacturers when we say stuff like, when can we get this? And they just go, who's going to buy it? Because this is how much it's going to cost. So let me know in the comments right now if you're willing to pay $1,500 for this fictitious radio, 8 channel preamp output, full DSP. So basically everything you see in a DSR-1, 31 bands per channel, level control, time alignment, and crossover points, 100% variable.
1,500?
1,500 is what it's going to cost.
That's what it's going to cost? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what it would be. Well, yeah, or 1,300, you know. But I mean, for a radio, you're looking at $1,500. Hello, guys from Canada. Any idea how or where I could buy a Kent? No. That's tough right now, man. We had a guy asking about one earlier, and he was like negotiating the price. It's a tough one. It's a tough one for sure.
Victor, have a question. Have you guys ever worked on a Tesla or any EV? If you did, was it different than the regular car?
Not really. No. I mean, worked on some EV stuff, but nothing cool like a Tesla. It's just not in the wheelhouse yet. All right, here we go. So we getting some answers. Good. Or $1,300 piece an amp. Not me. Nah. Keep it separate. Which is fine. I like, you know, there again, keep it separate is fine. Hold on, let me get through this. Keep it separate, more options. I'd pay $1,500 if, geez, I hate that. If it had if it have up to 8 channels, not 6. It would have to be 8. That would be the only way. If it had a microphone to auto set. Oh yeah, okay, that'd be a good option, Brian. And I don't see any reason why I couldn't, because Pioneer's had that built on their radios for the last 15 years, it seems like. So there could definitely build a DSP that would auto set itself, for sure. Waiting to get Polestar electronic car. I'm totally fine waiting. Thanks, Lance. Thanks for really bringing us down. Any possible video? Okay, you keep typing that one. I'm not going to do that video, Abraham. It's really not that important to me. Because there again, it's nothing we ever deal with. Would rather choose a proven company that has a great track record for DSP, Helix, for example. And there again, it's just one of those things. Do you want a TV VCR combination, or do you want a TV and a VCR and a TV? You know what I mean? It's up to you. We just need variable volume optic outputs for head units to keep it clean, and skip the internal analog circuits. That's another option too. Just totally do away with all the nonsense and just give me a digital output. Would rather choose okay, got that one. All right, hold on. This thing just keeps recycling itself. Only of you can EQ each speaker separate. Well, yes, only if you could equalize. And there again, it would be a whole suite of a DSP. So I mean, it would, yes, you'd have to be able to EQ each channel separately. Alpine F1 status. There again, that's not really the idea, because that's not an all-in-one system. We're talking about a double DIN with everything in it. The F1 status is $30,000 and it's multiple pieces. So I'm kind of not going to go with that one. Is there a mini computer? Don't often go bad. Like, wouldn't even worry about it. Oh, Ada. Okay. I mean, there again, this also has to be something that most people would want to buy. You know, it's a consumer-driven product. So.
Yeah.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Okay.
That was a nice win.
That was a nice one. All right, so enough of that silly topic.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yes, of course.
And since how we're talking about DSP, we might as well talk about this real quick, so that because we're kind of in, and this will bring us around to that. We would like to thank a big sponsor of the show, Audio Control, for sponsoring us and bringing us cool content that we get to talk about. So if you're interested, go over to audiocontrol.com and check out their stuff. Greetings from the Netherlands.
Yes.
I'm using
Netherlands.
Speech to text. Oh, yeah. There are many computers I wouldn't worry about a DSP going bad. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, 100%.
Yeah.
Love the 12th man, Fernando.
Oh, dude. That's it.
Took me only half the game to figure out what all that was about. Of course, it took me 3/4 of the game to figure out there was a text-to-speech screen over there for the deaf people so I could hear what the guy was saying. But that's a whole nother thing. Let's talk about that for a couple minutes real quick. What did you think of the trip? Did you have a good time?
I have a blast. For me, that was the best trip.
Definitely. For those who don't know, we spent Thursday, Friday, Saturday, flew home Sunday up at Audio Control. We got to do a couple shows there. Chris was a gracious host. Everyone at Audio Control was. One night we went to the baseball game with Matthew. The next night we went to the football game with Kyle.
Yep.
And Chris was with us, and so was his family. We had a great time. We got to see all different parts of the city. We got to go to the Boeing Museum, which I thought was really cool. That was the one cool. I guess that was the one nerdy thing I got to do, is I got to go to the Boeing Museum because I got to see an SR-71, which to me is kind of like, for those of you guys that don't know what an SR-71 is, think of it as that cool 80s Countach poster you had, where you had the Lamborghini Countach on the wall. Then I would have had the SR-71 along with the Countach poster because I thought that was cool.
The weather was nice.
The weather was fabulous. We actually got to see Mount Rainier for the first time.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool because I didn't get to see it last time because it was cloudy and whatnot. We had one day, Thursday morning when we went out, I ended up running in the hotel. I had to do laps around the top floor of the hotel because it was a big Embassy Suites, so they had a big courtyard. So I just ran around that a bunch of times to get in my 3 miles. So that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Is that plane? Badass plane. Yeah. So it was neat to see that in person. To me, that was really fun. Really cool. We had great seats for the football game.
Oh, yes.
He talked like, okay, so if you guys have ever seen John Wick 3, in the movie, there's the lady that has to get him to Holly Berry that somehow only takes like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's what he sounds like when he's been screaming for 2 days straight. He's like, hey. He has that like Russian female voice. It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that was that.
We did go to the original Starbucks. We did get to see that,
around,
and we're like, is that the original Starbucks? Really, that is. Wow. Yeah. What else do they have? We got to see prostitutes. That was a lot of fun. I got to see prostitutes, I should say. You didn't get... I mean, they were on the side of the road, and I was like... And Matthew pointed out, goes, that's a prostitute. And I go, really? They're just walking out like that, huh? I mean, they literally just are like, hey! Come over here.
Really?
And we kept... Yeah, we were in a hurry. We didn't stop. Because that would have been really weird. So that was fun. Museum of Flight is awesome. Yeah, we had 1 hour, and so they were like, let's go. And I'm like, all right, I'll see you at the end.
We don't went to the space. Well, I mean, we went to the Space Needle, but we didn't get.
We went like this.
We cool, but
It was
That was that?
It was Space Needle or be on time for the football game.
And I was like, no, let's go to the football game, man. Football game is what it is.
I was with them on the football game. I'd already seen the Space Needle. Hey Dean, have you had a chance to do a video on the ZZ2 wireless CarPlay for the radio? I have not had a chance to do the video. I actually just thought about that this morning, and I was like, whoa, I need to do that. Yeah. But no, I've had it in my car the whole time.
But it
ZZ2
works.
Air, it is working great. I took it on vacation with us. We had it in the Dodge Caravan that we had. It was fabulous. So yeah, I'm a big fan. So if you're interested in getting one, I know Paul does sell them, and he could probably ship it out to you.
There
So
you go.
give him a call. Football is life. No, soccer is life, but it is also soccer is death.
Okay, Donnie.
Do you go to guitar? Wait, hold on.
You guys went before, right?
To where? The Space Needle?
To the guitar museum
We did not go to we went to the Pop Museum.
with Haley.
Oh, Jeff has the Zeus, the ZZ2 Zeus now. It's amazing.
Oh,
Dude, Jeff, you
go.
suck.
Wow.
I want one
he
too.
has one?
Yeah. I haven't, because he has one.
Ted
He's like,
Lasso.
yes, all the way. Ted Lasso is the best.
Yeah.
If you talk again to the audio control guys, an Apple Care app base preset remote for DSP would be great.
Okay.
I get. Okay, so basically what he's saying is that if they could take that app that they make for the unit and make it a CarPlay app. I saw that the other day when you were texting it. It didn't make sense then because I was trying to keep the show going, but I understand what you're saying. I will mention that to them, and they'll probably look at me the same way I looked at you the first time when I read that, but I'll try to make them understand. There are certain limitations that Apple puts on apps that can be CarPlay approved. Touching the screen might be one of them. So, I don't know.
You technically you are like.
Yeah, you kind of got it.
I don't know.
So, good evening. Question. If I listen to Tidal to stream my music, I use -5 or 0 to tune my system. Thanks in advance. Well, all right. Let's just talk about that, regardless of the streaming thing you're going to be listening to. Tidal's a good streaming service. Pandora, pretty much the worst. So on a worst to best, Pandora be the worst. Sorry. Tidal, one of the best. Now, let's talk about listening to music. Not all music, as we know, is recorded the same. There's some music that is like, loudness is just through the roof. It's just like, oh my God, and boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka. Okay, and it's just really, really loud. And then there's other music, no matter how it's played, whether it's on Tidal, whether it's a DSD, whether it's the best recording you could possibly make, but it's lower. And you're like, bummer, I really wish it wasn't this low. The reason why gain overlap is a cool thing, all right, is that it's you have -5, you have -10, you have 0, whatever you want. Definitely don't want to do 0. -5, as long as you understand what -5 is, and that's the reason there. Like, I'm all for it, you just have to understand what it is. It's a 5 dB boost above 0, which isn't a bad thing because not all music is created equal. So, if we're listening to let's say we play it at a little less. Let's say we go to 32 on the volume knob. Let's say we drop in some old school where it's recorded kind of low. And if I'm at 0 dB because I'm only listening to new, then I'm going to lose. It's not going to be as satisfying. Like, every time I listen to music, it's not loud and it sucks. So being able to go up, let's see, I'm going to add that -5 dB. I'm going to add a 5 dB boost. When I'm listening to that stuff, it might actually now play at the same level as the newer music. Sound exactly the same. So adding it in there makes sense because not all music is created equal. So don't be afraid to do it. Just understand what it is, how it's working, and what I tell all my customers is the same thing. When it sounds like crap, turn it down. The difference between blown speakers and non-blown speakers is literally one click on the volume knob. Okay, enough of that. One of the things we told you we were going to talk about is our trip to Kicker. The Kicker Road Trip 2021 is coming up. That's right. Saturday night, we're hopping in the Kicker truck, and we're going for a road trip all the way to Stillwater, Oklahoma. Oh yeah, 20 hours of fun and excitement. If we don't answer your question this week, dude, we're going to be driving in a truck with nothing to do but answer questions on Instagram and YouTube. So keep in mind, if we didn't get to it today and we don't get to it Saturday, there's going to be enough live time where hopefully we'll get to answer your question, because that's going to be a lot of hours. A lot of hours on the road and a lot of time talking. But we're not just going to answer questions. We're actually planning on making a few stops, and Fernando has the map here. So here is our, what are you doing?
Right there.
What does it matter? Okay, if you feel better.
I feel better.
Here is the trip route. We're going to be leaving 5-star, and we're going to be heading to Stillwater Design via Atlanta, as much as I didn't want to. Now, the first 2 stops we plan on making are at Buc-ee's.
Okay, so that's the first one. Okay, this is the first one.
So that's going to be the first Buc-ee's, which is Buc-ee's. Hold on, I actually have the store number.
Right there. 701.
Okay,
right there.
701. So that'll be the first place we plan on stopping. Wow, we could fly there, but we couldn't take the truck with us. It's a 10-hour flight. That's horrible. Anyways, we're going to be stopping at Buc-ee's there outside of Atlanta, and we'll be, hanging out, doing our thing. We have goodies to give away. Where's the box? Do you have the box?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so that's actually the... Is that the Wayner Robbins one? Buc-ee's number 51? Was this a 701? So that's the Wayner Robbins. So it's in Wayner Robbins, Georgia. If you live in that area, I can't tell you what time we'll be there, but we're gonna be there. So what, Kickers sent us some stuff to give away. So we have the cool little,
Gator neck.
Sure. We have some regular standard masks. I know, it's what they had in stock, guys. We asked for all kinds of cool stuff. We got this. We have lanyards, so we have some Kicker lanyards. And then we also have somewhere in here, it's gonna be the heavy spot. Is it flat?
It's around here. Just tools.
I was gonna say, it's gonna be the heaviest thing in there.
It's not that
It's right here in the middle. Well, yeah, but there's a stack of 10 of them. So we also have their cool little Kicker multi-tool that they make. So we have some of these to give away. So the plan right now is we're gonna stop at those places. Buc-ee's number 1 is first. Or you want to give me
another one?
Stop number 2.
Stop number 2. That will be.
We're gonna stop at
from Buc-ee's number 1 to Buc-ee's number 2.
Another 3 hours on the road. We'll be hitting Buc-ee's number 2. So if you live in Alabama, that is gonna be
6,900 Buc-ee's.
So that's Leeds, Alabama. If you're a Leeds, Alabama kind of guy, that we'll be there some 3.5 hours ish after we leave the other one. We're gonna stop there. By no means is this trip sponsored by Buc-ee's or anything like that. It's just a convenient place for us to stop, and it's really, really big. And there'll be tons of people there because we'll have the big truck with us. Now, after that is where it gets kind of confusing. Go back to the main map, if you please.
Main map.
Next step is going to be like Memphis, somewhere in that area.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And, and then someplace in...
So, okay, so this is my take right there, right? Maybe from here.
Yeah.
To Arkansas.
Yeah.
Just to see if you want to stop by and see.
Well, we're gonna go see Hi-Fi Vega.
There you go.
But Hi-Fi Vega is way over next to the Oklahoma border.
Okay.
He's not in the. He's way over. Way over.
Okay.
So
maybe from there we can figure it out where he's gonna be.
I know where he's at, but he's
Okay.
way over. He's way over in this area right here. He's far away. Yeah. He's. I mean, I don't want to tell everyone where he lives, but he's closer to the border. Either way, we don't know where to go after that, so we'll kind of be talking. So if you live in Arkansas or whatever, what's after Mississippi or I don't know, Louisiana or one of those states that we're going to be stopping in. So we're going to go through Alabama, and we're going to go through Mississippi, and then we're going to touch Tennessee. So somewhere in there, hopefully we'll find another place. And obviously we're going to have to stop someplace in Arkansas to get gas. I don't know how, but this is our trip route, guys. This is our plan here. If you're living somewhere along that route, hopefully we'll be able to, you know, maybe you can pass us on the interstate and be like, hey!
Throw me some water or orange or something.
We'll just chuck one of these into your car.
What?
Any tips for pulling interior panels off? Have a good set of plastic pliers. Does temperature help or hurt when removing them? No, I never really... No, I mean, it's hot as heck here. I don't think it really matters. No. Age is really the only thing that matters in pulling those off.
I think having a good panel tool, plastic panel tool, that's good.
On vacation, having to mow lawn sucks. Yes, it does. That's why I have to pay somebody. Did they mail some key amps too? No, they didn't. They just gave us some stuff to give away. So right now, that's the plan. That's the plan for driving. Of course, we will take, like I said, we're going to be going live as much as possible and answering questions and taking you guys along for the ride. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Totally excited.
Well, you should be. This is going to be fun. And then that Tuesday, next Tuesday, coming up, not tomorrow, but the after that, I'll be on the Unmasked Live. So that'll be pretty fun. Harvest Farm Peach Cider. Well, I'll add that to the list.
Yeah, I mean, like Dan say, we're gonna be streaming live constantly. So
it's a 20-hour ride. I don't know how much of a fun trip it's gonna be, but we'll find out. Yes, we arrived home safe, excited for your next adventure.
Sound effects. I forgot sound effects was in the house.
Were they in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, it's about that time, so let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
In order to pay for the show. DNF Tool Drawer is a place you can go and find all your cool tools. It's funny you should ask. So one of the things, you're just asking about panel tools. And I believe if we go to hand tools, if we come down here, one of the tools you really need in order to pull apart cars is this guy right here. This is the tool you want to have. This is it. If you don't have one of these for 10 bucks, your life is going to be tough. The other tool that you're going to want to get, like all those other tools, you know, like the bag you get from they're all garbage. All right. You need two things to take a car apart. You need that, and you need this tool right here. That's it. Oh, sorry, can't find it. Oh, I'll have to go in and fix that then. Sorry. Or this one. This works too. There we go. That one right there. Those are the things you need. We bought two back in 2018.
Hey, Luis.
All right, I'll have to go back and fix that other link. I'll see if I can do that tonight because this is a really, really cool tool. I can't believe it. All right, I'll find that. But those are what you need. Those are the tools you need. Also, so that's at dnftooldrawr.com. If you want any swag, you can go to dnfswag.com. You can
that's not a bad idea. Look, why not bring Oscar?
Where?
To talk about the anything on Hi-Fi Vega show.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here. Look.
Yeah. We can do that.
There you go.
All right, one thing at a time. You're sidetracking. So if you're interested, go to dnfswag.com. Yeah, no, I can get Oscar on. Talk about something. Talk about fun stuff. I know. That's okay, Johnny. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. You guys have a great time. Are the new connectors on there? No, I haven't added the... Well, they're actually old, but I haven't added those on there either. So if I have time tonight, if not, I'll get it done this weekend. No, I won't get it done this weekend. I'm like, I'll be alone this weekend, but we'll be together.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it while we're driving. Doubtful. UPT is life. Okay.
UPT is life. What's UPT?
I don't know. All right, guys. That's it. That takes us to an hour. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will, of course, keep you guys informed as far as the road trip goes. If anything changes, right now it looks to all be happening and full of excitement. So we'll be having a lot of fun with that. Is there a way to change the output voltage of the DS1 2018 Camry I have to adjust? You have to adjust the amp, especially if you're using it as an iData piece. That's it. You guys have a great rest of your night. And that's it. We'll see you tomorrow on Instagram. If not, we'll see you Saturday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time over on 5-Star Car Stereo Network, and then on Friday at 9 o'clock for the news on Dean and Fernando's Car Stereo Clips. Make sure you tune in for those. We'll have lots of fun things to talk about. That's it, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.